You're late, Parker. Always late.
Late again.
Again, we're men.
Men. I heard Spider-Man was there.
Spider-Man was there. I heard Spider-Man was square.
Hey man, make like a I'm like a hold on, wait, what is it? I'm like a circle, baby. I'm always round.
Round.
Shit.
That's a swing all on the square. That's a rhombus.
Um and do the twist. Move like this. Now, baby, do the twist. I'm
Have you
sorry. That's
ever
next week. It's next week.
have you
We'll
ever
get there.
heard the version of the twist? Because you know there was the twist, the original the twist, famous
Right.
from
Chubby
Spider-Man 3.
checker.
Chubby Checker. Chubby Checker also released Let's Twist
Right. Twist,
Again.
twist again. Yes. The
But
second one, the
then
sequel.
in the 90s, he
They
released
made a
another
third
version of the
one?
twist with
They
the
made a
Fat
third
Boys.
twist? I think I have heard that
It's
actually.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
my favorite version of the twist, actually. He goes, Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys, and we're doing the twist. Anyway, we watched
Right.
Spider-Man 2.1.
Wait, they made a 2.1 one?
2.1, Spider-Man 2.1 was released on
Just call
DVD.
just call it the director's cut, dude.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
why
but
are
well,
we...
it's 2.1 in the opening credits of the movie, so
Sure, and
that's
it's
the
it's
official
technically
title.
it's whatever. Fuck you, Sam
Um,
Raimi. Go fucking
I like
make
2.1. I think
another
it's
horror. No,
quirky.
it's good. It's just a fucking
It's silly, but
cornball ass
it's
name.
yeah. I mean, it's less silly than the director's cut. You know.
Is
Actually,
it?
no. It's not less silly than the director's cut, but it is less silly than extended
The
edition.
Snyder cut.
Well, yeah, no, that's stupid. But we're not going to talk about that. Actually,
It's the
we might
Raimi.
devote
We
some
watched
of this.
we watched Spider-Man 2, the Raimi cut.
Um,
It was 4 hours long.
and it was in black and white and 4:3 in 2026. In the big 2.6, it was in 4:3.
That's not when that movie came out.
Well, it doesn't
but,
matter.
But we're here now.
This was
And I heard
released
Spider-Man was
2.1.
there.
We'll talk a little bit about like differences we noticed, whatever.
No, we won't.
We probably won't. 2.1, the director's cut of Spider-Man 2, was released right prior to the release of Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man
Right,
3 came out
right.
in 2004. Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007. In 2007, they released the director's cut of Spider-Man 2. That's the version we watched. It's not much different, but there's some cool stuff in it,
Yeah.
and I'm never going to complain about more Spider-Man 2.
Sure.
Before we jump into the plot of this movie, I want to say two things. Number
I
one,
will say before we get into this, and we'll get there, probably not, but the Spider-Man 2.1 version of the elevator scene, I'm gonna say it. It's worse. It's worse than the OG.
well, we
the-
talked through it.
We talked through it, but
We
we
talked
talked
to
to a but come talk to a fella, come talk to a spider.
Come hawk to a spider.
But
No, don't do
but
that to the spider. He'll bite you.
But the what was the original cool Spidey outfit? Rides up in the crotch a bit. So much cooler than that guy pitching his
I don't know.
you
I really like the idea of him.
it was
pitching.
fun. It was cool, but
It's nice to see it different.
it's cool because it's different, but it's not better because it's different, you know?
I also wouldn't argue
And
it's
that's just-
worse.
I wouldn't argue it's worse, but it's not better.
It's another thing that they can put in the like list of changes from the director's cut to the original.
Sure.
Before we jump into the
Certainly
plot
longer.
and pre-discussion of
This
this
movie has a
movie,
plot? I thought it was
it
just
does. It's got a couple.
I thought it was just wait. Holy shit. Why did we not make the thumbnail for this Octua, like Doc Ock.
How did we not think of
Oh
that
my
at all?
god. Octua.
Man, we racked our
Power
brains
of the
for
sun
so
on that
long.
thing. That's
Go ahead and send
God.
this to someone you know who gives that Octua.
Send this to someone who has 8 arms. Send this to someone who's named Otto Octavius, ends up with 8 arms.
Kind of hot.
Kind of guy with 8 arms sounds hot.
Go ahead and send this to someone you know who lost a large roll of $20 bills in a rubber
Looks like a
band.
spider, talks like a bug. We should all just give him one big
It's the wrong movie.
hug.
That's last week.
Um, did anyone lose a big roll of $100 bills in a rubber band? Did you find the rubber band?
I love that you adjusted the quote for inflation. That's great.
Oh, was it? Was it
It's
not
$20
100? Was
bills,
it 20?
actually. Large roll of
Oh,
$20
yeah.
bills, yeah.
Right,
Go ahead and
yeah.
send this to
Yeah,
someone you
these
know who's
days.
going for a Nobel Prize. Otto, Nobel Prize.
Go ahead and send this video to someone who's I'm in charge, Otto. It's my money.
Go ahead and send this to someone you know who went on a date with, or got coffee with a woman who he's in love with and got a car thrown at him.
Go ahead and send this to someone who we had a coffee, Eddie. Sorry, that's next movie.
Next week, dude,
But we'll
quit,
get
man.
there, dude.
I get
We'll
it.
get
These movies
there.
are the synergy's insane. Go ahead and send this to someone you know who my
Who
son,
had
the
a grenade?
astronaut.
Who had a grenade chucked at their face? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that's next
next
movie
week. Yeah.
again.
Send this to someone you know whose son is an astronaut, or who is
Yeah,
the son of an
the
astronaut,
son of
or
a,
whose
or
father
who's
is not an
someone who
astronaut.
send this to someone who is an astronaut whose father hates Spider-Man.
Oh, good one, good one, good one. Send this
Yeah.
to someone who likes Butterfingers.
Yeah, my favorite thing about that Butterfingers scene is apparently Sam Raimi just told Alfred Molina to just like that was borderline unscripted. Like he just said, "Hey Alf," because
Hey,
that's what he calls
Al.
everybody. Said, "Hey Alf, just for this next scene, just tell me, just say your favorite candy bar, your favorite chocolate candy bar." And he goes, "Oh, Butterfingers."
Could you imagine if he said like, "Oh, Reese's"? Wouldn't
Oh,
have made any
Milky
sense. He
Way.
said the right one. Oh,
It wouldn't
Snickers.
make any sense.
Yeah,
Hey, what's the hard R, dude? That's Snickers.
Snickers. Man, I feel like for a
This is
moment,
a movie. This is one of the movies of
no,
all
this
time.
is the movie.
This is the movie. This
Like,
is the getting drunk of movies.
I can't stress enough. I understand that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies have their people who don't love them, and you know, difference of opinion. Everybody believes their own thing.
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, look, some people are stupid.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
You know, like
This is.
simple as that.
We said this several times when we were watching it.
Hold on a second.
Arguably,
I'm sorry.
Lost
I thought I
it.
was gonna sneeze, but it was just a hawk two on that thing. It was just a cuck
arguably,
two on that thing.
an Octua on that thing. Arguably, the greatest comic book movie of all time.
Yeah, no, you consistently said this while we were watching. This might not be the best adaptation of a comic. This might not be the best film based on a comic book, but it is the best comic book movie.
And not only that, I'm going to go as far as to say this is one of the best adaptations of a piece of media of all time.
Sure.
Maybe
Okay,
literature.
yeah.
We'll stick to literature, but the point
I
still
mean,
stands.
I'd say I don't know that I could go that far because Doc Ock didn't have a yellow jumpsuit under his trench
Sure,
coat, and
I
it wasn't green.
guess.
If look, I'd agree with you if Doc Ock's trench coat was green and his jumpsuit, which wasn't actually a jumpsuit, it was just another trench coat under his trench coat, was yellow. If it was a yellow jumpsuit under his trench coat, which is in this context is green, it would be the greatest adaptation of all time. Because they did the bowl cut, they did everything. It
They
was
did the
perfect.
bowl cut. If there was a movie, people
And
talk
he had
about
the
this.
goggles. He had the goggles. He had the bowl cut, but he didn't have the yellow jumpsuit.
People talk about this from time to time, but like if there was a movie I could watch again for the first time knowing nothing about
Yeah.
it,
Oh yeah.
I
It'd be
really
this
do think it'd be
easily.
this. Like
Easily, yeah.
it really the whole trilogy, to be honest. Like I would
I mean,
love to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
the first three Spider-Man movie, but especially this one,
It's.
knowing
I mean,
nothing
it
about
really is.
it.
It's just. It's the. It's. I mean, it's obvious. Obviously, I can recognize my own bias. Like this. This is probably my favorite comic books superhero movie of all time. Like it's my favorite. This is my guy. This is like it's Spider-Man at his peak, you know. He's silly, he's goofy, he loses his powder. His
His
powder. He
powder.
loses his
He
powder.
loses his
He
cocaine. That
loses
boy lost his
he
coke.
loses his that boy, he ain't got no powder. He loses his power and he says, you know, "Hey doctor, I had this dream where my friend is Spider-Man." And it's great. It's so
But
good.
it's more
But
than that. Like it's
of course
more
it
than
is.
just
I'm
a
just being
Spider-Man
silly.
movie. This is where, the
I mean, yeah, it's
pretentiousness
more
is gonna come out.
it's more look, it's more than just it, you know, it wasn't just a boys cartoon or a girls cartoon, you know, it was for everyone. I mean,
I
it's a Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying?
I really like
Shout out Freddie Prinze Jr.
I like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, the MCU Spider-Man movies. I
I
think
do.
they're very fun. I think
They're
they're
very good.
very good as Spider-Man movies, right? That's the argument. I think he's really good as
Sure,
Spider-Man. I
sure.
think
I
they're
like, I mean, even, you know, I mean, I know we here at the Semi-Pro Film Show, we don't like Andrew Garfield, but I liked his Spider-Man,
I
like,
like the first TASM a lot. Like I
the
think
the
it's
first
fun.
Ta the first TASM was great. His Spider-Man in the second TASM was good.
It's the
It's just
one redeeming
that movie
quality of
sucked.
that awful,
It
awful,
was well,
awful,
that
awful, awful,
movie
awful,
is
awful, awful
it's
movie.
yeah, it's I mean, it's I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's kind of like the Michael Bay TMNT thing, which we've talked about, where it's like the characters are the same. Like he's still Spider-Man. It's just that movie sucks. Like it's not a Spider-Man
Mm.
movie. It's
Yeah,
just
what
a generic
if this movie is the
bullshit.
getting drunk of movies, then that movie is the being hungover of movies.
That movie is the fucking having your balls tied to a
It's
string,
the
and
having a
the and
brain aneurysm of
it's
movies.
the fucking TASM 2 is the having your testicles and also penis tied to a string, and the other side of the string is tied to a horse that runs off in the other direction
If
of
this movie's the
movies.
getting drunk of movies, TASM 2 is the cirrhosis of the liver of movies.
Right, right, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. That's a. I don't think you meant it in that way, but it is.
It's a
It's the
tease, yeah.
it's the yeah. It's too well. It's not just a tease. It's the too far. It's going
Yeah.
too far on the, you know, the like they tried too hard, but also not hard enough. I don't know if
Right.
that ties into
Right.
the metaphor, but I'll
Um
digress.
but like all of
But that's not the movie we're talking about.
well, all of
We're
the
talking. I'm
back
David
to the
Lynch.
point.
We're talking about a
All of
different
the
movie.
subsequent Spider-Man movies, and really kind of you can kind of group the whole MCU into this. Um, it and for all of DC's faults and for all of the Zack Snyder movies' faults, they don't apply to this. It's and you'll see what I mean in a second. This movie has such a clear direction and character to it that
True.
it
It's
really
yeah. This feels like more than like it is obviously a Spider-Man movie, and it's a very good Spider-Man movie, but it also feels like, and this is gonna sound super pretentious, but it feels like just a movie. Like
Mhm.
it's
No,
like
I
it's
agree.
like
Yeah.
just this very like, you know, character driven. Like it's like, you know, he's, you know, Peter
There's
Parker. He's got
three or
he
four great action beats in this movie, but other than that, it's all
yeah,
character
and
stuff.
Yeah, like it's he goes through this, this where's my arc, T? You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you? Yeah, and nothing ever did. So what? That's a Sopranos reference.
I
This is the
think
Sopranos of Spider-Man
I
movies,
think
and
not
I
to
stand by
hark
that.
on the MCU too much, because that's kind of a beating a dead
Now
horse. But
go for it, dude. Yeah, I
well,
mean,
it's a
at this
dead
point,
horse.
that's
But
the yeah, but fuck it, who
um,
cares?
the
Me
MCU.
personally, if I saw a dead horse, I'm beating the shit out of this,
Oh
dude.
well,
Like that's
that's
I mean, dude, look, it's already dead. Like what?
fair. But why?
It's
But do
like
you
what?
just want to beat it?
I mean, I don't look. No one wants to beat a dead horse, but if you're presented with the opportunity, like, are you gonna tell me you're gonna pass that up?
Probably. I'm probably gonna just keep
Say,
walking.
say you have uh a big pipe in hand, like a big metal pipe, and like you found that a couple minutes earlier, and you're walking around and you're real pissed off at the world, at Israel. I mean, at whatever in
At
the
the
world
Jews. I
that's
mean, I'm
wrong. I
sorry.
mean, at
At
Israel, at whatever it is, whatever the problem is in the world, Israel. I mean, whatever it is, but and you've got this big pipe, and you walk past this horse, and it's dead. It can't feel anything, and you've got this excuse to just beat the shit out of it. You're telling me you're not going to beat that dead horse? Like, grow
so
up, get real.
the MCU kind of follows this formula, right? And of course, there's the MCU formula, but
MCU has
the
followed a formula
MCU,
for years.
if you think about it, they followed the same. Like the Marvel Comics famous thing was when they would write a Marvel comic, they would write the action scenes first and then write the
Right,
rest of the
right.
movie around those. The MCU follows the same formula. It's
That
like,
makes
okay,
the MCU the
what
most
big
comic accurate
cool
thing of
what
all time.
yeah, to an extent, yeah, you're right, but that's a discussion we don't have time to get into. When we get to like MCU
No, we'll
sweep,
get there.
we'll talk about it. But like
No, the
they'll
MCU is the most accurate thing of all time because they brought Captain America back, meaning they just want attention.
right. Well, the MCU they'll write their movies and they'll write these big action scenes and then write everything else kind of around those. Same with Marvel Comics.
Sure.
What you lose in that is you lose a lot of your storytelling ability when it comes to the medium of film, of movie. This
The
movie
cinema of it all.
it's a
And
character piece
that's
first,
I
and
mean,
it's fine. I love Marvel. Like I love
that's
Marvel movies, man.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. But that's also that's not to say that this movie doesn't have some excellent fight scenes
It
and
does
action
incredible,
sequences.
some of the
Incredible,
best
yeah.
in comic book movie history, but it's
Right.
not an action movie first and foremost. It's got some really cool action
Sure.
stuff in it.
It's very much a comic book movie that has action as the
Secondary focus is probably what I'd go with.
yeah, but there's another word I was the it's like the middle ground, the whatever the frick it is. It's the
Median,
yeah, maybe. I'm not good about enough about math to know if that's
but
accurate,
I
but
like with this movie has a quality about it. A lot of this movie, really the whole middle act of this movie, Spider-Man doesn't even have his powers. Like he's
right, and
completely
I mean that's
depowered.
honestly the best part of it. Like
Probably
it showed like
it has the
that
best scene in any comic book movie ever,
sure, but
but we'll get there.
it really more than anything the Spider-Man being depowered, like it's I don't know. I get the like I've said, like it's a silly and lazy, like the way they do it is corny and on the nose. Like it's like, it's oh, I'm insecure, so I lose my Spider-Man powers. Like shut up, dork. Get a grip. But it makes for such like it's the best part of this movie or the best part of this movie is it's him not having his Spider-Man powers, him having to reconcile with that fact and still realize, like, there's the juxtaposition between him seeing like right after he loses the powers, he sees the people getting jumped, and then he sees the the fire or whatever where he goes in and yada yada.
Well, it
But
is. It, the explanation
it
as to why he loses powers is dumb, and I don't love it.
it's stupid and
But
it's
it
dumb and I hate it.
serves that
But
that
it
plot point
worked. But it worked.
serves a character piece, and
Right.
that's what I think
It's like
works so well.
when the stupid plot serves to further
Tua.
the serve to mustard on that to but it's like no, it's like when the stupid thing furthers the advancement of the character arc and of the overall enjoyment of the film, it's not stupid, you know?
Right. It might be dumb if you really think about it. This is the
Sure.
culture
If
of
you
comic
well,
book
it's like
nerds that really gets on my
if
nerves is the
if
people
you
who are
re
like,
if you remove it from the context of the film, it's stupid.
right.
But in the context of the film, it's perfect.
It's
Perfect.
this is the current
This is
culture
the
of comic book
Cocteau of
films
movies.
that gets on my nerves, where it's like these movies aren't movies but they're trading cards. Like, you
Right.
know
Well,
what I
here's
mean?
my thing. I hate comic book nerds.
Yeah, well, same, yeah. The only thing worse than comic book nerds are Snyder bots. Like they
Right, right.
this movie is what the Zack Snyder fans think that the Zack Snyder movies are. It's director driven. It's but
I guess,
like
yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just director driven. That's pretty much it. That was just a knock at people
I
who.
mean, it's direct. I see the vision. It's director driven. It's a unique take on the character
Sort of.
while still remaining true. Because it's like while all, I mean, not including the other ones, but Man of Steel specifically, unique take on the character,
Right.
but still remaining mostly
Decent.
true
Have we done Man of Steel for
to
the
well
podcast? I feel like we should at some point.
I don't think so. We should do a Superman sweep though. That'd be a good one, dude. We do Superman. We do 76, Man of
Returns,
Steel,
Man of Steel,
Returns,
and then
and 25.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
I
but
also
yeah,
compare
but it's
this
like
movie a
I
lot.
mean, Man of Steel is. Sorry to cut you off,
That's all good.
but it is like Man of Steel. Like, well, I'll shit on that because I don't like the movie very much because of the stupid jump. I mean, honestly, most of the reason I don't like that movie is because of the Jonathan Kent death.
I
That
have
was
other problems
stupid.
with it, but that's
It
yeah,
was.
that's the dumbest
I
part.
have a lot. I mean, the whole end, Snyder, Michael Bay, fucking explosion, destroying the city thing was dumb. It was unnecessary. They could have done a better job of that. But at its core, it's a very unique and Snyder stylistic take on Superman while ultimately remaining true to his core of, just being a guy from Kansas who wants to help people, and he had a different father upbringing. His father was kind of an asshole and said he should have let those kids die. I don't so much agree with that. Jonathan Kent in the Snyder movies was a piece of shit and he kind of deserved to get eaten by that tornado, but I digress.
But the
Um
difference is, like the key difference is this movie's great.
sure.
This
Yeah. I
movie's
mean
beyond
to
good.
be
This
fair,
movie's
a
great.
lot of people think Man of Steel is great,
But it's
but
not.
I'm not one of them, and
It's
it's because
not.
it's
Like
not. It's bad.
I also compared this movie while we were watching it to Batman Returns, and I think that's a better comparison probably.
That's a very apt comparison.
Like
Yeah, this is
the first Spider-Man
you
movie
know
is good.
the
It's
first
wonderful.
Spider-Man
It's actually
if
incredible.
if if the first Spider-Man movie is Batman '89, where it's this very stylistic director being somewhat conformed to this
Hmm.
superhero genre where he has to follow the rules, he has to follow the
There's lots of
the
studio
standard
mandates and
studio superhero bullshit, and he does for the most part, but it leaks through a little bit, and then it succeeds. It's incredible. It's one of the most acclaimed superhero movies of all time. And then they give him a second one, and they say, "Hey, just do your fucking thing, man. Just go all out."
yeah, you killed
And
it
he
with the
does
first
it.
one. Just make your movie.
Yeah, and admittedly, this was a much more successful example of that than Batman Returns. I mean, I love Batman Returns, but it
Well, I
wasn't.
love Batman Returns for the same reason I love this movie, because it is
Sure, but
that.
I just mean from a general audience
Hmm.
standpoint.
Right.
I mean, clearly they didn't love Batman Returns enough for, like
I think the big thing with Batman
they
Returns
went
was
on to Joel.
licensing, but that's a whole other
Yeah,
toy
but they
licensing
went
and
on
that
to
kind of
Joel
stuff. Yeah.
Schumacher with the bullshit.
Well, they
It was
moved
good. I
to
like Joel Schumacher too,
they
but
moved to
that's a
Joel
different story.
Schumacher because
We'll get there. We'll do our
yeah,
Joel
we'll do that at
Schumacher
some point.
movie.
Let's very briefly, because we're about halfway through this at the moment. Let's very briefly kind of break down the points, see if there's our plot, see if there's anything we missed.
Plot points. We'll talk about the plot. So it starts off with Spider-Man.
He's
It
late
ends
for
with
work.
Spider-Man. He's late for work. Late. Always
Go.
late. Go.
I'm
And
not doing
then
an Indian accent, just so everyone knows. That's Daniel doing an Indian accent.
no, that was me. I'm one of my best friends is I'm sorry, Pakistani. What am I? White Pakistani.
One of
He's
our best friends.
our best friends. Yeah, so you've got the Indian accent pass
I
too.
don't think
'Cause,
so. I don't think that's how that works. But the given is those are two different nations.
well, barely though. I mean, Pakistan up until like less than 50 years ago. No, a little
After,
more than 50 years ago.
well before Itzam lived there.
Sure, but it's like their accents are the same.
Close, man. Maybe
But I digress.
they don't smell
So
the same.
Spider That's more racist than anything I said. But Spider-Man
Was there?
he's got a little moped and
He was there.
he was there.
I
He
heard
shows
at
up late
least. I
to
don't know.
work.
I heard that.
I mean that's what I've heard at least. But he shows up late to work again. His Uncle Joe he says, you gotta get this pizza delivered or you're gonna be fucking fired. And then he tries to and then
He delivers the pizzas
Britney
late.
Britney Spears' sister, I think, is who that is.
I don't think so, but maybe. But it's the chick from
No,
Bones.
it's not Britney. It's Zoe Deschanel's sister. That's who it is.
That's right. Yeah, and she's in Bones, I
Um,
think.
and she's in Bones. Bones' sister. She goes, "You late?"
Zoe Deschanel boned her sister?
That's fucked up, dude. Holy shit, man. I wouldn't stand for that personally. If I was Spider-Man, I'd fucking kill that hoe. But she goes, "You late? I'm not paying for those." And this is the we watched the extended director's cut version. So it had the extended version where he came out of the closet, pause, and he was trying to shove
The
all
brooms
the
and the
little
mops and stuff.
all the
And
brooms
then
and
he
mops and
also
such.
the theatrical cut just cuts after he like gives her the pizzas, but in this one it shows him he walks back towards the closet and then winds up turning around and going down the elevator. And I
Right,
love it.
right.
And then kind of basics from here. There's Ottawa. Peter Parker's always late for
I'm in
class.
charge here.
Yeah.
It's my money.
Peter Parker's always late for class, and so his professor's like, "Hey, you're running
Right.
you're running a paper."
Planning isn't a major at this university, young man.
Right.
Get it done. I'm failing you.
I have one arm. I'm a cripple.
Right, he does.
I
That's
have the
set
C
up.
pass, just by the way. I can say that.
That's true. Yeah,
My mom's
mother.
in a wheelchair.
But
Yeah, my mom's a cripple. Anyway,
that's set
he's
up that they never followed through
right
on
because they
the
can the movies. But
Dr.
anyway,
Connors being
Connors,
crippled.
his professor is like, hey, you're writing a paper on a friend of mine. This is kind of your last chance to pass my class. Like if
Right.
you
He tells me you're brilliant. Also tells me you're lazy.
turns out Peter's best bud, Harry Osborn, who's got such cool hair in this movie.
Right. The greatest hair
It's I will get there. Next
James
time I cut my
Franco
hair,
ever.
it's what I'm going for. I'm going for that Harry
Yeah,
Osborn.
man. If only James Franco wasn't a sex pest, dude. He'd be
Dude,
so
he's such a
cool.
handsome man.
You know what I'm saying,
He
dude? Like
didn't that's the
he's
thing about
so
James Franco. We'll go off on a tangent here. James Franco
will we?
didn't have to be a sex pest.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like he did not like some people like look, okay.
Elon Musk.
Harvey Weinstein,
Yes.
Elon Musk, Bryan Singer, all classic chuds who needed to be a sex pest. These are
Well,
fucking
need might be
losers.
strong.
I mean, they didn't need to, but if in the context of their own brain, like they're not gonna get pussy otherwise
Right,
unless
fair.
they're a sex pest. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not saying I agree with it. It's horrible. Bryan Singer should be shot and killed. Same with Harvey Weinstein. Same with Elon Musk. You know, but it's like
Is Elon Musk a proven sex pest? I know I said his name. I know
I
he
don't know. I don't
wanted
know.
I know he got
You said that one, so I'm just
he
throwing it
got
in
he
with
got he
Bryan
got
Singer
cucked out of Epstein's island.
and right. It's like, dude, how much of a loser do you have to be to be a billionaire and not invited to Epstein's island? You
To get
fucking dork.
told no.
Right. To try and get invited but still be fucking cocked.
But James Franco doesn't need
But I
that. He's such
digress.
a handsome man, you know?
Right.
He
It's
would have
like,
gotten
dude,
the
yeah.
invite from Epstein himself. He wouldn't have had to got
Well,
told
okay.
no.
I don't hang on a second.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't I mean, I do know what you mean, but I don't think that's quite what like I'm just saying it's like he didn't need to be sexually pressuring his college students into sexual
oh, so
endeavors.
now
You know,
you're gonna say James Franco didn't want to go to Epstein's island? Come on now. Come on, man. Yeah,
dude,
believe what you want to believe.
honestly, yes. I'm gonna say if James Franco wanted to be on Epstein's island, he would have been there.
And he may have been. We don't know. We haven't seen it
He
all.
may we haven't seen the full scope of it. But I
Back to the
think he
point.
probably wasn't. We'll get there.
Peter Parker's going home to his birthday party. He only has two friends, one of whom is a woman he's in love with. The
Is
other
his
one
ex
hates him.
yeah,
Um,
right. Well, no, he doesn't hate him. He hates his alter ego who he doesn't know is him
well, yeah, he hates
until well,
Spider-Man, but
he
he
does,
also kind of hates
but
him
also
for taking
he
pictures of
does
the
kind of
bug.
hate him. Well, he hates him at least when he's drunk at the at a public function where he slaps the shit out of
But
him. But we'll get there.
the tension is palpable. The tension
It's yeah,
at the
it's
birthday party,
building.
it's
Yeah.
building.
Take any
Um,
pictures of the bug lately?
right, that's what I'm saying. Like there's tension there.
Hmm.
But he tells Peter at this birthday party, he's like, "Oh, I know Dr. Otto Octavius, the guy you're writing this paper on.
Right.
You
I'm
should
in charge here.
you
It's
should
my money.
you want to meet him?" This is another great comparison
But Oscorp pays the bills.
to the MCU, right? No Way Home is a
Hey,
great example
sort of.
because No Way Home introduces Otto Octavius. And it's the whole he's already Dr. Octopus to this thing, so it's a little different. But you know, they do the thing. They're like Ned and Peter and MJ are there, and they're like, "Well, what's your name?" And he goes, "I'm Dr. Otto Octavius." And then they all laugh,
Right.
and it's like cynical, and it's like, "Oh, get it? We're
Guy,
laughing with you. This is silly and dumb. It's a comic book
guy,
movie."
guy named Otto Octavius ends up with 8 limbs.
And like
What are the odds?
they have that line in this movie, but
It's
it's
yeah, they already addressed it. It's good. It's
but
silly.
it's a line, and it's not making fun of it, it's acknowledging it.
Right.
And that's
And
kind of
that's the
been
difference.
that's
Yeah.
kind of been the MCU's model from the jump, which has worked for a while, but it's like at a certain point just own up to the fact of you're making something silly and just make it. That's what this movie does so well. Is it just? That's why I say this is a great
Sure.
comic book movie. Like, it never talks down to you. At
Right,
no
right. It
moment
does.
do I
It does.
feel
It
like
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is, which makes it so much more
and it's genuine.
impressive that it is. It's well. It's genuine in its you know being a silly comic book movie, but that silly comic book, the fact that they're so raw and honest about that makes it more. It's like the fucking the and we'll get there, but the Doc Ock. I guess we kind of are there. Doc Ock like robbing the bank
Yeah, we're
with
almost there. Yeah. Do you want me to
the
just skip
comical
ahead in the
bag,
plot real quick so we can
the
get there?
comical bags of money. We might as well be there.
Well, so Peter goes to Doc Ock's thing.
Joel McHale is
He's
there.
Doc Ock is he's trying fusion reaction. He wants a new energy source. He blows the building up. He kills his wife. He runs away, and then he robs a bank to rebuild it because now there's a chip controlling his brain. But yeah, like
Right.
the bank he's robbing, Peter and Aunt May happen to
They've
be
got the
there.
sure, which is fine, silly,
But once again,
exposition
they don't
juxtaposition.
talk down to you about it. It's not a joke. It's not a oh well why how man I can't believe we were here at the right time. It's
Man,
just like
crazy I can't, what are the odds that would be here right while Doc Ock is robbing the bank with these comical fucking burlap sacks with the dollar sign on them filled with gold coins.
it's they never talk down to you. Like I never feel like I'm an idiot for liking this movie. Whereas
Right.
there are certain MCU movies where it does feel like
Most
that.
of them.
Like most of them it's like get it? You're an idiot because you enjoy this. And that's not the
Right.
intention. The intention is like we understand it's silly, so we're gonna acknowledge it's silly. But that's how it
Sure.
feels. It just feels like, man, this is stupid and you're stupid for liking it.
Yeah, because most of the MCU, I mean, at least at this point, it started out pretty genuine, but it's gotten to the point where they've realized this formula and they've realized
It
that
sells
people love this
billions and
formula
billions and billions of dollars worth of movie
and
tickets.
and right, and they're like, "Hey, what if we were self-aware about this formula where we're like, hey, this formula is dumb, but you're
But
still gonna
I
watch
don't
it."
know. I think this has really been a thing from the get go. Like from the very like the first Iron Man has some lines like that
I
where it's
don't
like this is dumb, but it's cool.
Yeah, kind of. I'd say the first Iron Man is on par with the first Spider. It's not on par with this Spider-Man movie, but I'd
Nothing's on
say it's
par
on
with this
par with.
Spider-Man movie.
No,
The Dark
this
Knight
is the
is another
thi-
great example.
this is their yeah. Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2, the two
The Kings.
sequels in the two sequels in a trequel of the best trilogy of superhero movies.
And argued as like the best comic book movies. But the Dark Knight's
Yeah,
thing is it's a gritty, realistic take on the character, which
right.
is fine. But I
Which is
so
what
far prefer
also
this.
sure.
Like from a
And that's
preference
also
standpoint, like this
absolutely,
is
yeah.
like it's so much more fun to watch.
Yeah, but it has I don't know, this is going to sound corny and pretentious, but Spider-Man 2 has a lot of the best elements of The Dark Knight, which is the sort of gritty realistic grounding of it, but while also still feeling like it's aware that it's a silly goofy comic book movie.
Well, yeah, because the Dark Knight's thing is it's all gritty and realistic, but it never is like pretending to be an adaptation of a comic book. It's just like, what if a billionaire made
It
a
just
bat
well
costume?
it just is it's not pretending to be, it just is an adaptation of this
Right.
without
It's pretending to not
but
be,
a
if you want to
very
be honest. It's the opposite.
right.
It's the opposite thing.
Whereas, yeah, I mean, Batman Begins is much more a better example of they're pretend. It's very clearly pretending to be an adaptation of a
Yeah.
Batman.
Right.
It's not. it's I mean it is, but very minimally.
Loosely, yeah,
Where
sure,
where
which is
where
fine.
where whereas which is fine. Yeah, I mean you do you. But The Dark Knight is much more, they realize that their success comes from being different, from being not an adaptation, and they just go with that and they do their thing. Whereas Spider-Man 2 is realizing that their success comes from the silly nerdness and all that, and
I don't even know if it's that as
adapting
much as
that.
just Sam Raimi's a nerd,
I mean,
and
yeah,
he got to
he's
make
Sam
his own
Raimi.
movie.
I mean, to be fair, we talked about this a lot watching this. Sam Raimi is an incel nerd chud.
Right.
He's a fucking loser.
And a
I
cuck,
love Sam Raimi.
presumably.
He's a cuck loser incel chud.
Presumably.
Presumably. I mean, that's what I've heard.
I
But
can only assume Sam Raimi's a cuck. Let's talk a minute about
we'll get there
let's talk a
when I guess
minute
we're there.
about the
My son, the
female
astronaut.
written characters slash Mary Jane as a love interest in this movie. The weakest part of the
Sam
movie.
Let's just throw this out there. Let's put this in the stratosphere. Sam Raimi hates women. Or more so, Sam Raimi doesn't understand women
That's probably,
and
yeah.
therefore cannot write women properly because he's a loser incel
Well,
chud.
what's weird is Sam Raimi has some great written female characters in other movies. It's just
Yeah,
I
guess.
don't
Well, I mean,
know.
I will say I'm very excited to see his new movie where the main character is a woman
Right.
who like fucking cucks her piece of shit boss.
He was a
I'm
writer
very
on the Evil Dead remake and
right. I mean, yeah. I mean, even yeah, even Evil Dead had, before she got zombified, main lady chick in that was pretty
yeah.
cool.
Well, in the remake, the I mean the woman's the
She was the
like
she was the
she's the
main
Ash, yeah.
character. Yeah, she was
So I don't know
Ash.
if it's
Yeah.
that. I think Sam Raimi to get we'll
I
get
mean,
back to the Sam Raimi's a cuck
I
allegations in a moment. But
think it's that he's an incel more than anything.
I don't even think it's that. I think Sam Raimi is a
I
fan.
think it is
I
that.
think well, it probably is, but I think Sam Raimi is a fan of a
I mean,
very
a lot
specific
of
era of comic books, where in
right,
those
yeah,
comic
and a
books,
lot of
this
it
is how
comes
women were
from that.
written.
Maybe it's that Stan Lee and or Jack Kirby are incels. That
I
would make a
would
lot of
believe
sense.
Jack Kirby's an incel for sure.
I mean, I know Jack Kirby's an
I don't
incel.
think Sam Raimi's an
Stan Lee,
incel. I think Sam
well,
Raimi probably didn't
Sam
treat or not Sam Raimi. Stan Lee probably didn't
Stan
treat his
Lee
wife very well, and was probably racist.
probably. Well, yeah. I mean, I'd say yeah. I'd say both of them were, but
Yeah,
but
Sam Raimi as well, but that's a different discussion.
Stanley. Yeah, you better be white under that mask. But Stan Lee at least had a wife that he
True.
married and was with until the end of his days, until he was being fucking cucked by his lawyers or whatever. But
But I
but
do.
yeah,
I
I mean,
think
I think a lot of it comes from the Spider-Man being this, this caricature of dismay, of just like, the worst circumstance, the like, oh man, my life sucks. I'm like, it's Stanley and Jack Kirby just expressing their misery. But what if I was a superhero, and it's Stanley sorry, Sam Raimi taking that to just the most literal on the nose kind of shit. It's like, shitty woman who then ends up loving him or loves him all the time, but whatever.
it's fascinating. Sam Raimi was married at the time that this movie came out.
Wow, I bet his wife loved this one.
Sam Raimi was married for 31 years and got divorced a year ago.
Wow.
Isn't that
Good for
fascinating?
him.
Yeah, good for her. No,
Right.
I do. I just it's it's the James Gunn thing, right? Where like you watch
Mm,
Superman and it's like you can tell James Gunn is a fan of the golden age or silver age, more specifically
right,
comic
right.
book
The
time.
yeah,
And so his movies are going to reflect that. Same thing's true of Sam Raimi.
sure.
Um but there's some liberties with Mary Jane. She doesn't really feel like Mary Jane, at least from what I know of Mary Jane from other stuff I've seen. She
Sure.
feels a whole lot closer to like Gwen Stacy, or
Mary Jane is Venom in the comics right now.
is she? I don't read comic books because I'm not a
Yeah,
nerd.
I don't know how to read, but
Right. I know how to look at the pictures.
I like the pictures. They're cool. But no, apparently, yeah, Mary Jane is Venom in the current comic line right now.
Well, I
She's
just know from what I've seen, like this just is different from what Mary Jane is supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean she never once in this movie says go get him, Tiger. So she's
She does at
clearly
the
not a
end.
go. Does she at the
Yeah, it's a
end? I
big
must
thing.
have
She
missed
comes
that.
back from the wedding, and then he gets that call, and then she's like, "Go get him, Tiger."
Right.
And then they
Yeah.
completely drop
I
that
was
for
too
the next
drunk by
movie.
that point. Yeah.
Um, um, could they make her the worst? I think she's worse in Spider-Man 3 than she is in this one, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
a
I do
fun.
I will say, and we'll get there next week, but it balances out more in Spider-Man 3 because she's worse, but Peter is also so much
Well,
worse.
and I think part of the problem is over the course of these 3 movies, they have her romantically involved with Harry, profess
Hmm.
her love for Peter, get engaged to another man, profess her love for Peter,
Right? Leave
get
that other
romantically
man
involved for Harry.
hold on. She engages she proposes to be married to that other man, my son
Accepts the
the
proposal,
astronaut.
but yeah, my son the
Accept the
astronaut.
proposal, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm going at. But and then leaves him on her wedding day for Peter,
Only to turn around and leave Peter
and
for Harry in the next
and then
movie.
stupid piece of shit James Franco, he goes, I'm the other guy.
But they like,
Fucking piece of shit James
man,
Franco.
that doesn't help. It's convoluted, I guess is a good word for it. She
Yeah,
gets
well, that's
reduced at
all of
the end of this
Spider-Man
movie.
3.
She gets reduced at the end of this movie to just a damsel in distress yet again.
Right.
Um, and
I mean,
Peter's there to save
I don't
her.
know, I don't know about you, but me personally, some bitch. I don't care if I've been in love with her since before I knew what girls were. Some bitch shows up in a fucking wedding dress after she's been engaged to someone else. I'm
And turned me
telling that
down
hoe
twice.
and turned me down twice. I'm telling that hoe to fuck off. I'm hitting that bitch with the Spider-Man whip right in the
Also,
fucking
to be
eye.
honest,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not going for someone who dated my high school bully.
Right.
That's a
It's
whole
yeah,
other
like that.
discussion.
That's
And
yeah,
then
that
my
that's
best friend?
that's it, and that's two red flags right there. I mean, it's like okay, I can see from a like the cuck fantasy thing. It's like oh she's dating my high school ex, or my high school bully. I could it's like oh I could steal her from
Oh,
her.
my
I'm
best friend's
I'm a fuck.
girlfriend. I could steal her.
No, but as soon as my best friend, my arguably at that point my only friend,
Right. Other than
as soon as
her.
my only friend other than her is dating her, like that's instant, like psychological
She's on
lock
the
off.
no
Like
bone
there's
list.
there
We
if there's
have missed a
nothing to
crucial
her.
aspect of this, and that's that Peter Parker is a virgin.
Mm.
and she's his only prospect.
That's true. That's true. Well, Betty Brant probably
I
probably
mean,
would have let
maybe.
if he had. I mean,
If he has
he
the
was
same riz
he
he
was
had in that play at the
right.
Bugle, then maybe,
No,
but he
if
doesn't.
he yeah if he had that Venom Riz, dude, he'd have her going, bro. Let me
Now
tell you, man.
we'll talk about the Riz for a moment. Peter Parker eventually goes to her play, and
I'd love to shoot you sometime.
he just mouths the word "hey,"
Right.
and it
Hey.
is the smoothest thing I've ever seen a
It's
man
insane.
do.
Yeah.
Like he's just like "hey," and she just
Yeah,
goes.
no,
She says it back.
I was talking about the Spider-Man 3 one when
Yeah, we'll get there
he
next
goes,
week.
I'd love to shoot you sometime. Miss Brand, that's not the position I hired you for. But we'll
Yeah,
get there.
we'll get there
We'll
next
get
week.
there.
Otto Octavius is trying to rebuild his fusion reactor.
Is he really? Does he have the power of the sun in the
Is
palm
he,
of his
well,
hand?
he not anymore, but he's trying to get the power of the sun back into the
Oh,
palm
he's
of his
trying
hand.
to. Okay.
He goes to Harry to get more funding. Harry says, "Get me Spider-Man." And then Peter kind of magically
Right.
gets his
And then
powers
he
back. It's a
says,
little silly. We got to talk about the
right.
house
And
scene. We got to talk about the house on fire.
Harry says, don't hurt Peter. To which Otto Octavius goes, no, it's okay. I'm just going to chuck a fucking car at his head.
Yeah. The middle chunk of this movie, the whole second act of this movie, is all kind of based around Peter not having his powers. There's some lame stuff, there's some cool stuff. But the greatest
Right.
scene maybe in movie history, certainly in comic book history, in my personal opinion,
Sure.
is the
Yeah.
scene where Peter Parker with no powers decides to go into a building that's burning down and rescue a little baby.
Right. And it's
Um
cracked. It's
the action of
awesome.
it is cool despite the fact that he has no powers. Like it's still choreographed well
It's
and shot
great. Yeah.
well
It's,
and scored well, but also it's just
I
like
mean,
thematically, man, it's
it
so
feels.
good.
I mean, yeah, very, very thematic. It also feels like sort of a natural succession to in the first one when he goes into the burning building. I'm not coming back, Chief, to fight
Goblin,
Goblin.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to rescue a baby. He's rescuing a baby in this, but now he doesn't have powers, Do you get it? It's like Spider-Man isn't the power, it's his heart. It's who
Right.
he is in his heart is the Spider-Man powers. Do you get it?
But they don't have to say that.
They don't say that.
You
It's
know,
just it's
like
clear.
it's made me
It's
realize like I love Superman 2025. That movie changed my soul. But they had to say
sure.
that. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, to be fair, they didn't have to. They just
well
chose
they chose
to
to and
because they felt like they had to.
well,
Yeah.
but they didn't have a scene like this, and they couldn't because the scene's already been done, and it's in Spider-Man, and Superman didn't
Right,
lose
and
his
also
powers.
because Superman is Superman, not
Right.
Spider-Man.
Um,
I heard Superman was
but they don't
there.
have to say that. They don't have to express
I
like
heard
in
Superman was an alien.
it's show don't tell, right? Like they're showing
Right.
here the power.
And we haven't talked about there was the juxtaposition of this scene was
The alleyway, yeah.
immediately after he lost his powers, or not quite immediately, but
It
pretty
was
close.
after he went to MJ's play. So that was
Right.
the
He
comparison
when
there. Is
he
it's like he's happy at MJ's play, he's
Right.
upset
And
in the alley.
then he sees this guy getting jumped in the alley and he doesn't have his spider powers, which personally, I don't have spider powers. I see someone getting jumped in the alley, I'm running up there, I'm biting all of them in the jugular. But that's just me. That's just me. But I digress.
Right.
But point is, Spider-Man, he didn't have his Spider-Man powers. He couldn't do anything to
He
help
saved
the
that baby.
guy. He did, but then he saved the baby.
But not the person on the third floor.
Right.
He saved the
Yeah,
person on
and
the second floor, but not the person on the third floor. And it's like
and
it's that
that's when he
moment, like
realized I need to be Spider-Man is a good thing. I need to be Spider-Man.
so he's kind of thinking about all this. Doc Ock throws a car at his head. He saves MJ, and then that's the moment his
Right.
powers come back because he's like, I've realized that this is my
like,
with
wait a
great
minute,
power
it's-
comes great responsibility. That's the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
Like he
That's
realizes
yeah, that's the
but it's more
thing.
than that. Like actually I'm going to flip that. He realizes with great
With great
responsibility comes great
responsibility comes
power.
great
Like
power.
that's essentially the plot of this
Yeah.
movie, but they never say that because that would
Yeah.
be dumb to say.
No, but that's
That's what an
good. They
MCU
flip
movie
it.
would
Yeah.
say.
Right. Well, no, an MCU movie would say, when you can do the things that I can and you don't do those things, then the bad things happen.
They would say
That's on you.
it's on you if the bad things happen and you can do the things that I can.
No, what's the TASM
Oh,
one? You know
dude.
that one. What's
Your
the
father lived by
um
a your
your
father
father
lived
lived
by
by
a
lived by an
philosophy.
idea. He lived by philosophy. What
Um,
is it? What's the rest
dude,
of
I don't
it?
know. I gotta pull it up. I got it saved
Um
on my phone. Hold on. It's in my notes app. Your father lived by a
your father lived by
philosophy.
a philosophy. You can help people. It's not
He
a
believed that if you could
you have
do
a
good
moral
things for other
obligation.
people, then you had a moral obligation to do those things. But it is. It's they
Yeah.
don't say it, they just show it. They show like he's Spider-Man not because he
it's
has the
very
powers. He's
yeah.
Spider-Man because of who he is. And it's awesome and it's so much fun to
Yeah,
watch.
and a lot of that works because Sam Raimi is a very literal director. He's very on the nose. He just it's
Well, we've talked a lot about Sam Raimi's writing style. We haven't talked a lot about his direction though,
well
which
his his
also is a
his
huge part of this
his his
movie.
his his direction is. I used to be a horror director and now I'm trying to do that in everything I do, and it's
But in a
great.
cool way,
But
though,
in the
like
best way. It's in yeah, I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that in the best way possible.
the snap
It's so
zooms, you got the
cool. In
montages.
the the lady fucking getting dragged by
Yeah,
Doc
that
Ock's
scene
tentacles
alone,
and
that
scratching. God, that's
the
horrifying. It's
lady running
awful.
towards the camera and screaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's peak.
Like there's so much of that. Like this movie's very energetic, and I think that's what keeps it from feeling boring
That's what
in these more character
that's what
driven
it is. Sam
stuff.
Raimi has a lot of energy, even in the low points. He's just got that snap, you
Yeah,
know.
well, the movie it's kinetic. That's a good word.
Mhm.
Like every shot and every scene feels kinetic. It's always moving. There's always action, even if there's nothing happening. Even if it's boring character stuff that would normally make me snore off in a different movie, the way it's
Sure, sure.
directed just works so well. So we get to the end. Doc Ock has built his new fusion reactor. He's got MJ. He's got Mary Jane
He's got the
kidnapped.
power of the sun in the palm of his hand. He
But
kidnaps
further than that, it's
MJ.
outside of the palm of his hand. Actually,
Right, it's in the palm of the river.
it'll soon stabilize.
It's just a spike. It'll soon stabilize. But now he's got it in the Hudson River, so it just balances itself out.
Yeah, well, he does. He kills himself, self-sacrifice. Peter saves
Well, yeah,
MJ.
we'll get there though.
We're there.
Are we there? I thought there
Yeah.
was more,
I
but
mean, there's some little stuff, but we pretty much covered it all, I think.
the thing crashes down.
This is when he
He
teleports to
say
the
he saves
MCU and then
MJ. He's
back.
right. He teleports to the MCU, and then he comes back and he goes, "Oh, wait, no, that's Willem Dafoe."
Right? He teleports back and he goes blah 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 blah
Right.
blah. Peter saves MJ. The wall is heavy. He says that. He says this
Right.
is really
Yeah.
heavy, which is a great line.
It's good.
But it's
Yeah.
also he's just kind of mogging a little bit because he says this is really heavy, and then he just throws it back, like he throws the
Yeah. It's
wall
like
backwards.
you lie, motherfucker. That shit weren't heavy, bro. You
The webs
fucking
look
bugging out.
cool.
Yeah, they always
Spider-Man starts
do.
aura farming for a minute, which is another Man of
Yeah.
Steel
Then he
reference.
he. I don't think Man of Steel invented aura farming,
No,
but
but that's why people
it's
like
a
that
callback
movie.
to our discussion also, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, he makes a web, he makes out with Mary Jane.
she
Then the
leaves her
movie kind of
husband at
just
the altar.
ends. Yeah, she leaves her husband at the
She shows up
altar
at the
and
door. They
he
make out for a minute, and then she says, "Go get him, Tiger," as he swings through the city in his new suit with teal instead of navy. blue.
Right? It's a new suit, but I don't think it's meant to be a new suit. I think it's just.
No, it's well because his other one got all ripped up and stuff.
Oh, it did. Yeah,
It's supposed to be a new suit. Like
yeah.
they
It is
explain it.
supposed to be a new suit. That's
Um,
science, bitch.
this movie also
And
kind of
that's
cemented the
movie,
whole
dude.
like final
That's.
swing thing in Spider-Man movies because the
I mean,
first one had the final
I'd say the
swing.
first one
Well,
did,
the first
but
one
yeah.
invented it. This one's like, oh, we're doing this every movie.
This one is like, yeah, this is the thing now. Like,
Right.
you can't escape this. Every other Spider-Man movie is gonna have to do this
And
because
if they
this is the
don't,
best
nerds
Spider-Man
online will be
movie
mad about it.
of all
But this is also my
time.
favorite one because it's him swinging with the helicopters, and he's swinging on the
Mm,
buildings, but he'll shoot a web at a
yeah,
helicopter and swing off it, and it's like, man, it's so
so
cool.
cool, dude.
It's
That
so
shit makes me
cool.
want to play Spider-Man PS4,
I will
dude.
say that's
That
the
game, that
thing.
game, that game really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
This
Really
has made
makes you
me
feel
want to
like the
play Spider-Man
exaggerated
on
swagger of
PS4.
the black teen.
Well,
What?
that's the DLC that they released as a
Yeah,
video game.
and the second one.
Right, to an
Second one
extent,
is
yeah.
half black teen swagger.
I feel like
But I digress.
this movie's great. If you haven't seen Spider-Man
It's so
2, I
good,
don't know how
dude.
you've
What
gotten
what
an
are
hour
you
and
doing?
27 seconds into this, but
Why are you watching this? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you haven't seen Spider-Man 2? You should probably fucking watch Spider-Man 2, you piece of shit.
you gotta watch it, man. It is. I stand by. I think probably
It's the best movie of all time.
maybe it might be my
Probably
favorite.
not. It's one of my favorites. Certainly my favorite superhero movie, if not the best superhero movie of
It's
all time. The
the
best
superhero
it's
movie,
it's
man.
the superhero movie. It's the best comic book movie of all time, but it's not the best movie based on a comic book
And I get in
of all
different
time.
moods, right? Like sometimes I'm in a mood for the Batman. Sometimes I'm in a mood for a.
Right. God, I love the Batman. When are we gonna do a Batman sweep?
We'll
That'd be
get
so
there. I do
good.
think we need to do a Dark Knight sweep, but that's a different
I mean,
discussion.
I was thinking just Batman sweep. We do 89
See, I think we
Dark
should do
Knight.
the Burton slash
Burton
Schumacher
slash
versus its
Schumacher
own.
ones would be good, yeah.
But
And then I
I
mean
digress.
we could do that. We could do, yeah, Burton Schumacher, that's 4. Then
Then Dark Knight.
yeah, Dark Knight sweep plus the
We might just
Batman,
toss
that's
the
another
Batman
4.
at some point. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean that's
this movie's
superheroes, man.
awesome.
That's
I like. There's not
dude,
a ton to say.
I love superheroes, dude. They're so
They're
cool.
cool, man. But this
Hold on,
movie
real quick.
just.
You got any more bright ideas?
I got a few. Yeah.
Heard a few, yeah.
Nobel Prize, Otto. Nobel Prize.
It's my money. I'm in charge here, Otto.
What's the other one? Like the line. We mentioned
Day
it while
by
we were watching.
day,
No,
day
but
by
that's a good
day,
one.
he gazed upon her.
There was one while we were watching, and it was like we said it was the most memed line in the movie personally, and it wasn't. I got a few. Yeah.
The power of a rubber band is not to
No, it
be.
wasn't that one. It was something Peter said. I don't remember. It
Was
doesn't
it?
matter. So many great lines. Such a
We'll
great
get
movie.
there. Look up any Spider-Man YouTube poop, and the
Yeah, do that
line
in
we're
your free
talking about
time.
is probably in it.
Yeah.
Just look it up. If you've gotten
Oh boy,
fucking
yeah.
almost an hour. Oh boy, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Look up regardless. Look up any Spider-Man YouTube poop. They're funny.
Yeah,
I
they are.
like
They're
them.
great. They're great.
We're gonna watch one after we're done with this
Maybe.
recording in a few minutes.
Maybe.
We are. It's locked in. That's on recording. That's legal tender now, so we have to.
We'll see you next week. We're watching Spider-Man 3.
We'll
It's gonna
get
be great.
there.
I'll see you then.